Welcome to another episode of Drinking with Josh, everyone's favorite trail maintenance, and now hopefully not on the trail maintenance. Today, I'm going to show you how to change a tire, because sometimes you run the same size tires on different bolt patterns, so knowing how to swap a tire out in the trails is important. So let's get started. All right, so now that we got the ring off, what we're going to do is already loosen up the rim. We're going to pull it off the mount because it's easier to work up at the higher space. I'm going to get my Highlift jack out, and we'll probably just move the other Jeep out to the street so we have a little more working space. But I might even do it here. We'll figure it out here in a second. There we go. All right. Tires off. So this is a pretty easy process. Let's get doing this.
You want to use the weight of the vehicle with the edge of the mount on the edge of the rim, and you just slowly push down, and that will pop the bead.
All right, so by using the Highlift jack, we've now broken the bead. We're going to go ahead and try to push a little bit low, break more of the bead down. We'll rotate it once, do it one more time, and that's how we take the tire off. So let's get this done. So sometimes what you'll see is people put a piece of wood down here. I might have to do that just to get a little more angle, a little more push for how much up we have. But you can't see it is off the bead. I'm gonna see if I can get any more to slip off before I rotate. Can't do any more, unfortunately. Might have to switch Jeeps if I can't get this, but it is off the bead, so we're gonna rotate it, go to a different spot.
Just off camera, you can't see I'm about to hit the garage door.
But there's no excuse for this. Let me get grease. Dry graphite. You don't want no grease. Okay. See that? That's what we're looking for. So we just basically broke the bead finally, full brake bead. We're going to do one more round. Unfortunately, I was hoping to actually have a full brake by this time. Happens, no big deal. All right, so bead's broken, tire's gonna fall right off now, or almost right off. It will fight a little bit coming off the other side. Take the Highlift down and slide our new tire on. So why I used graphite in the Highlift is because you want to use something that's dry, because these Highlifts are sitting outside, they're collecting dust and everything else, and if you use a wet grease, it'll collect all the dirt, it'll stick to it, cause it to stick more. Graphite is a great tool because it's a dry grease, it will help it work. In the event you go to use a Highlift and you haven't touched it in like 4 or 5 years, like I did, all you have to do is pour a little bit of water on it, it's gonna loosen right up, and you can work it out. Pour a little more graphite on when you get it home, done. So let's get this tire off. All right, so this next step isn't really mandatory, but it does help out a lot, and that's lube. Let's be honest, lube makes it easier. So if you can find something in there to put lube on it, just understand if you're out on the trail, when you use lube, it does make it harder to maintain cleanliness, and you don't want to get rocks stuck in your bead or any other things like that. So a lot of times you'll want to wipe it off and make it clean it up before you put the tire back on, the new tire. But since we're in the garage, go and put a little lube on it. All right, so we're here. We got the lube rim lubed up. Let's turn around and start working on getting it out. All right, we got our pry bars. You can use screwdrivers, and tell you, this is not the funnest on such a tight rim. So normally if you have a nice car, you're going to be protecting your rims. I mean, these things see some serious beatings. 2 people makes this job way easier. You know, just a little leverage. If you had 2 people, you got 1 person with the screwdrivers, walk around and sort of push the bead down. It's not that hard. Going back on, it's going to be a little easier. But first we have to get to the tire, put it back on. Let's do this. Alright, just make sure you wipe off the bead on the rim before you go putting the new tire on. Rocks and stuff will cause it to leak.
I might have a little bit of dirt inside the rim.
Goodbye, Johnson. Alright, so just like the other side, we're going to go ahead and lube up the rim, lube up the wheel. And in my heyday, I was able to slide these things on first try. I was actually really good at it, to the point where I was actually able to do both beads. We only got to do one, so let's see if I have any skill left. We're coming in. All right. So to help set the other bead, I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the bucket, and now I could go ahead and get it lined up with the bead lock, put the ring back on, put air in it, we'll be done. If you're trying to set the other tire, you can, if you were doing your own tire, you're going to have to use your pry bars to get that other bead in, but you just want to make sure the tire is in the narrow spot. And not close to the bead, but like towards the middle, because the rim is deeper at that spot, so it allows you to work the tire around. And that's really the trick on doing it. So, well, let's get this thing finished up back on the Jeep. Okay.
When doing the bolts in the lock ring, make sure you put a little anti-seize on it to avoid any future issues.
It makes a giant mess.
So you have to be careful.
Use an impact screwdriver. These things are perfect because they only go to like 17 foot-pounds, maybe a little higher, but that's actually what the torque spec is on these things. So I'm just going to do a star pattern 3 times, and then I'm going to do 1 round, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the torque wrench and do the rest. All right, so we got our inch-pound wrench. We got 17 times 12. That's 204 inch-pounds. So we're gonna go ahead and set this to 204 inch-pounds and get it so. So let's get this thing adjusted really quick, and we'll start going. All right, around the ring, 17 foot-pounds. From here forward, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mount it, drive it, wheel it. At the end of the first day, we're gonna do it again. Then we're gonna wheel it for another day, and then check them again. And then we're gonna wheel it for a 3rd day, check them again. After that, by the 3rd day, we'll notice that they're all should be just staying tight. If we have any like mass loose, we'll do a check on the 4th day. But once we get them all staying tight, we're done. And then you just have to watch out, because you know, this one doesn't have very many hard hits. When you get the hard hits, you see like a gash through the rim, sort of like this. See it hit through the bolt. You just have to keep eye for those, because those are the ones that loosen the bolts up. But yeah, let's get this mounted. Or first we gotta put air in it, so let's get air in it. So as you can see, bead is all the way on. This tire is ready to rock and roll. Are you tired of trying to pick up a tire and mount it onto your wheel? Grab yourself a screwdriver or a pry bar, and I'm going to show you a little trick, and this will make your life a whole lot easier. Never struggle again.